Hello, welcome to the Isle of Avalon. My name is Sienna, and today I will be doing a channeled message. If you're a new returning, welcome. I'm very grateful to have you here. And if you would like to leave me a donation or book a personal, check out the links in the description. So let's begin. We're going to pull some spirit animals. I know you guys really like these, and I love this deck. This is great. This is one of my favorite decks, and I've been using it for quite a while now. So we're going to begin. And oh yeah, for those of you who don't know, this is the Wild Unknown Spirit Animal. This is the Wild Unknown Spirit Animal deck and guidebook. Okay, it's really good for personal development, especially if you are someone who's very concerned with or more attentive to bringing more balance into your life. Okay. I'd like to thank you all for your likes, your shares, comments, subscriptions, and of course, interaction with this channel. It helps so much, and I'm very grateful for all of you. Spirit, what message do you have for the collective I and you are speaking to? Spirit, what spirit animal would like to step forward for the collective I am speaking to? What animal spirit would like to step forward for the collective I am speaking to? The snake. Okay. So if you see this, we have the serpent biting its tail, and we have the serpent around this flower of life. The way that this card speaks to me, even though it is an earthly grounding type of vibe towards material gains and things like that, and especially grounding your desires into this present reality. You are someone who has or is coming to the realization that you are endless. Not only that, the possibilities are endless. 222 on the timer. You may be seeing that angel number. Okay. So when we think about the fact that we are endless, right, and that everything is kind of a circle, right? And the fact that I'm seeing this as you being represented by that snake and holding on to your desires or your manifestations or the things that you would like to bring into your reality, right? You are what defines this center or circle that brings your desires into fruition, right? You hold the keys to your power. You hold the keys to manifesting your desires, right? And with that knowledge, you are also realizing that not only are the possibilities endless, there is no limit or no boundary that you cannot cross because you are the one who creates those boundaries, right? You have started to kind of work with this a while. Okay. Whoever I'm speaking to, you're a powerful manifester. Okay. Manifestation is one of the, I would say probably one of the first things that you have ever experienced spiritually, right? You may have found that even as a child, the things that you were thinking and saying and doing have always had such a profound impact on your reality that you're very careful with your words. Not only are you very careful with your words, you're very careful about what kind of people you talk to, what kind of people you interact with, right? What kinds of media you're consuming, what kinds of things, activities you're partaking in. And you have I'm kind of getting the vibe you're a person, you've kind of been everywhere and seen everything with everyone, right? You've definitely tried a lot of things, and they may not have been good for you, but you've definitely learned something, right? And this is how it's brought you into this power of manifestation. So you're the type of person, whoever I'm speaking to, okay, you can say, I want broccoli, right? Broccoli is out of season, can't get it anywhere, right? But it don't matter because you said you wanted it. So you go to the grocery a few days later and lo and behold, there is bundles and bundles of broccoli from somewhere far away and special that the grocery store just happened to order at the exact time that you said you wanted it. And there you go. You now have broccoli out of season when it's very unusual for you to get that, right? I don't know why I'm using broccoli as an example, but maybe that's a symbol for some of you. Okay. um, but you are someone who notices, okay? You will express your desire, need, or want for something, and within a few days or a very short period of time, right, you will have it, okay? Um, I also just got this. Maybe it's important that you look back on a year ago where maybe you wanted something or to go somewhere, or you wanted something to happen. And maybe the universe didn't quite deliver it up to your expectations, right? So, getting broccoli at the grocery store when it's out of season and you're really putting out the desire to do that, that's going to happen a lot faster than you getting your dream home or your dream destination vacation or honeymoon or something like that, right? Because that takes a lot more moving parts and time and preparation and resources to make it happen, right? As opposed to the broccoli that somebody somewhere had to have been growing, in a closed facility, in a way that it could be produced out of season and provided to the grocery store. They were already doing that, and the universe said, "Hey, we can kind of bump this together right now and make it happen for collective." Okay, this is kind of how the universe. The universe doesn't really reward you. It's really just you, in knowing that you can have what you want in a way. Like the universe doesn't have emotions, right? It's humans that are emotional creatures, emotional beings. So there's really no, oh, do they deserve this or not? It's really, you said you wanted it, and your will is an aspect of the creator, God, the universe, or whatever. So you said you wanted something to happen and it did, right? And this could go both ways, and you understand that. So you're very mindful with your words and the way that you speak to people, about things, about your life, about yourself, because all of it kind of plays a part in how your life goes. And you know this. You've been practicing this for a long time, okay? And a lot of you, maybe even since childhood, right? So you've experimented with this, and you've seen a lot of gains. You've seen a lot of minor gains, but you're starting to play around more with bigger ask, okay? And it's kind of like Spirit saying, just because you asked for that big ask a year ago and you don't feel like you got it, they're kind of saying to take inventory, like, of what you have received, right? This example is coming to my mind, and I feel the need to share it because it may help somebody. Okay, so I have recently moved out to the Pacific Northwest. Okay, and this is like my dream area. There's trees, there's mountains, there's seasons, there's greenery everywhere. It's very like primitive, where you could do bushcrafting and things like that. And that's something that I am personally very interested. I love being outdoors. I love seeing the change of the seasons and seeing animals and plants grow and things like that. I really love earthly energy. And so me being surrounded by it, I was actually a year ago planning vacations to come to this area because I thought that I was going to be settling in the desert. And I hate the desert. I hate it. I don't even know why. I hate it. It's not for me, okay? I love nature, okay? And there's no nature there. Not the kind of nature I like, okay? I like water and things like that, so it's just not for me. And so I was planning this vacation, and I was thinking, like, okay, well, I can always take a vacation. It's a while away. It's a distance, right? And all the planning and stuff that I was doing for it, I was like, okay, it sounds exhausting. I'm going to have to wait a while, but I really did. I did think about all the financial decisions that I would have to make, and the supplies that I would need to get, and how I'm going to do it, when I'm going to do it, and all of this stuff. And I put a lot of my energy into it, but I didn't see anything come of it at that time. Fast forward, it's now been a year, and I think even less time than that. I don't even think it's been a year. I now live here in an awesome place. It's beautiful. Like for me, I love it. I really enjoy where I live now, and I could really see myself being here for a long time. And it's one of the first places I've lived that I'm interested in settling in. So, at first, I didn't see that I actually helped to, in a lot of ways, manifest this outcome for myself, right? Even though it's a little temporary and stuff like that, I manifested this outcome just by me putting out that desire. And it took a long time, right? Because that's a big ask. And I didn't even realize I was asking for it, but just me putting the energy and thinking about planning it and stuff like that. It happened, right? And so there's something that you have also tried to manifest, or something that you've wanted, but it's kind of a big ask. And the message is clear here. It's like for you to take inventory. Maybe this ask is on its way, it's about to happen, or it's already happening or starting to happen or has happened. And it may not have been exactly the way you planned it. So something that you could do, if it's not up to your standards, but it's really close, right? You can refine your technique a little bit. You can assess, okay, I asked for this new car and I got it a year later. It's not the exact car, but I asked for a black car with gold rims, and I got a black SUV with rose gold rims, and it just happened to be the only one there. So and you were finding that technique, you would say, I want this exact black car with these exact type of rims. And then you start planning to get that black car with those exact type of rims. Maybe you have to get the car first, and then you get the rims on your own instead of buying them all at once. So it's really refining your technique, refining your manifestation abilities, because whoever I'm speaking to, you have some very powerful manifestation abilities. And really all of these abilities are inherent within all of us. It's a gift that all of us are blessed with, because our human experience is not designed to make us suffer and make things hard for us. We are the ones who overcomplicate it by our human brains, right? Because it can't all be butterflies and rainbows all the time, because what would we learn? And you are at a place where you are seeing that you have a lot more control over your reality than you're giving yourself credit for. And it's just taking the time, whoever I'm speaking to, it's kind of like a push from your guides to play around more with your manifestations. Okay, if you feel like you're not getting what you want out of things, play around a little bit more with your manifestation, because the more that you nurture this inherent ability that you have, and the more that you realize and understand how powerful it is, how to use it, and to perfect that craft, the more your manifestations, the more your desires will come to you. 333 on the timer. So let's get some angel numbers here. Okay. I think I might do these for the end of every video, because I just got this deck and it's super cool. I really like it. And so another thing I want to say, if angels don't really resonate with you, this is also just universal confirmation cards. Maybe I'll just call them that, okay, to keep things neutral. Universal confirmation cards, okay? So the universe speaks in numbers a lot of the time. And you might see these on license plates, on receipts, or things like that. And these will be numbers that really stick out to you. So for my collective of manifestors, what universal confirmation numbers are you sending to the collective I'm speaking to now? Okay. All right. So 222. Okay, so we got 222. And balance. So you being balanced, right? And having control over your emotions and things like that, balancing your life, balancing your health, balancing your mental state, your ideas, your and also understanding that the universe works in checks and balances, right? So for every action is an equal and opposite reaction, right? And so you understand when you do something, something else is going to happen. So you know that everything balances out. And so you've really made this a really big aspect of your life. And this has brought you this in a very strong willpower. You know how to use your will, and you know how to direct it in such a way that it really brings profound changes inside and outside of yourself. Okay. And so you may have been seeing 1616, ones, sixes, twos, lots of twos. And yes, it's time to take inventory of your feelings, which is what I was just talking about. So I'm not going to repeat that. So things, I said this too. So things may feel a little out of sync right now and not within your control. They're asking that you remember that you are being supported and that your will is your superpower. So stay determined. And if you are forgetting that, that you have this amazing power to manifest your reality and your desires, take a step back, take inventory of what you were planning a year ago or a few months ago and see if you've really gotten it, and really be honest with yourself, because you definitely have. Okay, whoever I'm speaking to, you have. And your guides and spirit really just want you to remember and is it accept the word that I'm looking for? Shit, something, except realize, whatever, that you have made a lot of those desires that you once wanted a while ago happen already, even if they're not right in your face. So they're asking you to remind yourself that you really are a lot more powerful than you're giving yourself credit for right now, even though things may feel out of sync. This is a call for you to use your ability and your willpower to rebalance the scales, rebalance your life. And whatever it is out of sync, you need to take inventory and pinpoint what that is and bring it back into balance. This is your will. This is your life. This is your human experience as a cosmic and spiritual being. Okay. And your will is so much stronger than you think it is. So if you have to remind yourself, if you have to write it down or journal it or whatever, however you do that, okay, you use it, okay, because you're having a lot more in sync for you than you realize, okay. And we're gonna see what happens. How does the snake come back in balance here? Let's see what the advice is. I know I have to read these. You're just not going to remember everything, okay? I'm not perfect either, so you have to forgive me. Guardian of unawakened magic and creative potential. The snake is a symbol of our highest potential, okay? So, it's worth considering the amount of untapped potential within. What would life look like if you woke it up? What would life look like if you realized the potential that you have already tapped into? Because you already tapped into this, okay? So, when you're out of balance, you start and stop a lot of things. So maybe that's why things are feeling a little out of sync. You may be starting something, feeling like it's not working out or doubting yourself or something like that. And you've stopped. So you may find that you're having a lot of unfinished projects sitting around. How you could bring this back into sync here. It's not so much the projects, it's more you bringing your body and mind back into balance. So through meditation, maybe meditating on these desires, seeing them happen for you, what that would look like in your life, right? Maybe you actually doing something in your 3D to make them happen, right? Maybe you getting your fitness together. This is a fantasy you've had for a while. This is something you've desired, but you've never started it. You may have started doing it, but then you might exercise for a few days, don't immediately see anything, and then you stop. Maybe just starting something small like that could help you bring things back into balance in your life. Just talking about yoga and meditation. Maybe you have a meditative practice that you once did and really enjoyed, and it's really helped you do these powerful manifesting things that you've done. And you've kind of put that aside for whatever reason, right? Spirit is asking you to just kind of step back into that. Okay, step back into your power, take your place, take your throne, take control of your life again, and enjoy it. Really enjoy it, okay? Because that's how you're going to be peace. That's how you're going to have inner balance and inner clarity on yourself and what you want and what you want to do. Okay, and this is also how you perceive the divine support that you already have in your life. Okay, and definitely, if you're seeing a lot of numbers that are sticking out to you, you might want to start looking into those. Okay, because the more that you also nurture this ability, which is pattern recognition. Okay, the more you nurture this ability, and use your discernment when you're doing that. But the more you'll be able to perceive and communicate with the universe in your own way. And this is not for you to share with everyone how exactly you do it, because that's your own. It's your own power and ability. You don't want to give that away. You want to keep that to yourself and use it, okay? Because the only people that it needs to be shared with is you and the universe, your guides, right? Okay, so I don't know who needed to hear that, but hey, I'm here to share whatever needs to come out and get it to whoever it needs to go to. So if you like the way I read, like to book a personal with me, leave me a donation. Check out the links in the description. And I appreciate all of your likes, your shares, your subscriptions. It means a lot to me. So I'll see you in the next one. Blessed be.